Okay. Um, I I I'm I wake up and always feel the difference when I wake up. But let me just calmly start this video because I want this video to be as clear as I can make it clear. I just listen to my last videos, and I'm surprised I'm able to articulate myself to that level. I guess when you have like a sense of dignity in what you're saying, you want to be, you are more clear in that when you express yourself in during this time. So let me just start with introduction. I'm what you call a TI. You've heard a lot about TIs. TIs are target individuals. What makes us a target individuals and TI is that we're no longer living a life where we are in control of ourselves, and we are now, things are happening to us in ways that are just super bizarre. Sounds almost fictional, but unfortunately it's not. We happen to be human subjects, and we are human subjects to governmental entities that utilizing, at least in my case, in many other cases, Department of Defense, as you heard in my voice, they're doing things, but I'll get to that. Department of Defense, very sophisticated technology. And on top of that, we have what you call gang stalking, and other like noise campaign, things to just kind of push you to insanity. But at this point, those other aspects, the gang stalking and noise campaign, are becoming more and more obsolete. But what's getting worse and what's really breaking me down is the technology that they use to do so much things to me. They do things to my organs. And when I was speaking for a second, you heard my throat just kind of breaking down. And so my vocal cords are also being played with. They're doing something to my throats and my organs, and so much things physically are happening to me. But nothing has, in a sense that it's happening to me, and I'm not doing anything to cause that to happen naturally. For example, my knee is all messed up. I'm not like an athlete. I shouldn't have that kind of injury. My digesting system is so destroyed, and it just got destroyed. My voice, you hear that it's just slowly kind of fading away. My teeth are decaying. My elbow is just like kind of being twisted. My shoulder, and this is nothing. I'm not like an athlete in the sense that this is not me being injured from doing something that injured me. It's just me just living a normal life and being injured just because I am a human subject where this technology can do things to your body remotely. And that's when you know that this is coming from a very, very, very massive, resourceful, advanced entity. And obviously, we're talking about DOD. We're talking about intelligence community. They're using DARPA technology onto us subjects. So of course, there's just not some random rogue people having this. Matter of fact, I was made aware that, that they. But I know that the people doing these things to me are definitely doing it for this governmental entity. And I understand, I'm a human subject, but we also have this psyop, because they're gonna try to present to you, and you've heard that before, that they try to make it seem like it's anything but this massive government. They come up with like these ways of creating this facade. That's truly comical. It is comical, and I'll show how comical it gets. Even though it's disturbing, but it's comical. It's a mixture of like extremely disturbing and disgustingness, but with a hint of like comic. Because what you're gonna hear is just, and FYI, I live in New York City, just so remember that. And what you're gonna hear and how they have created these stories to try to paint this thing as anything else, but obviously human subject being utilized to develop technology from DARPA. Very sophisticated technology. So getting back to the technology does not only impact the body For example, I'm hearing, well, let me say this. They also have this V2K, voice to skull. Voice to skull is when using this Department of Defense technology can project their voices. Individuals can project voices onto your brain. It sounds like they're just right next to you, but the reality is they don't even have to be that close to you. Right? They actually can be neighbors, but they can actually be people from the second floor, third, like anywhere. And so they project these voices onto you. Those voices are meant to kind of agitate you. For me, the people interacting with me, obviously I know they're not like direct employees of the DoD. They sound like they're contracted. And they're very childlike individuals. But it's like a contrast between the sophistication and technology and the people interacting with you. The people interacting with you sound damn near children. Like they almost like even make themselves more like children to agitate you. And not only that, even the adults become like mentally behind to create these crazy psyops. So the interactions are like, it's our money, we're making you pay for this and that, or this. They try to make themselves sound like there's just some kind of avengers and protectors of, and try to create this femme fatale, feminist like entity, as if I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, this DEW, this direct energy weapon, this super like sophisticated technology is not coming from some DoD entities, but it's coming from like some rogue feminist group of femme fatale. Of course, I know that I'm just another human subject in this program that the Department of Defense and other intelligence community involvement are utilizing to develop these technologies. That you can even go on DARPA.com and see that some of this technology is on their website. The neurotechnology, the all of that, the direct energy, the microwave, all of that is, a lot of it is on their website. And the capability of this technology is not only just the ability to just project voices onto your brain. It's also your brain is captured and connected to some kind of device that now you are no longer experiencing natural reaction. You're no longer yourself. They are manipulating your thoughts, your perception, your memory. Everything is just changed. You're no longer you. And then you are manipulated in disgusting ways. Now, as a target individual, the reason why I can express myself this way now, it wasn't like that the first time when I was making my first video, but I've definitely got the chance to listen to so many other target individuals' testimonials, or to people who are more aware about things than me, and understood that this is a developing of technology to continuously have a better, more precise way of manipulating people. They've been trying to control, mind control, all these things actually truly existed at some point. Like like in the mainstream, the CIA had MK Ultra going like back in the 50s and 60s, and the things that you hear about the story is crazy. Now today, this is on another level. It's on steroid. We're talking about DARPA technology. We're talking about DoD science, financial aspects, and we talk about CIA expertise. And then they have these psyops that try to make you confused that this is not that, but it's so childlike. And the comicalness about it all is just like the way they have orchestrated everything around you is insane. But once you understand, that's what they do. They have vilified some of the most innocent human beings. I mean, when you listen to this like defenseless women, and I'm like, how are you even vilifying this woman? You understand? They do that to even like this poor women. Whole community vilifying this poor woman. How would you even be able to do that? So you understand that that's the tactics. For example, right now my organs, they're doing things to it, right? Now they're doing it because they're using defense technology, right? And via V2K they tell me how they're cropping me, right? They're cutting me apart, they're fusing organs that shouldn't be fused, and they tell me that. Now, I'll be stupid. Well, now it's easy to just be like, oh my gosh, don't do it. But I understand you're doing this to me because you are part of this governmental program that is utilizing this defense technology, which is how you're doing this thing to my body. I don't think it's you went to your own like little little shop and made up this super sophisticated technology and then just applying that onto me. Of course, it's Department of Defense technology. So I understand that it's obviously coming from this higher level of government, and obviously the Department of Defense, DARPA, which is on the Department of Defense, is literally on their website. They're the brain of the Pentagon. They're the one coming in with the most sophisticated technology today on this planet. It's in DARPA. There's no other entity that has more sophistication than DARPA and DoD related like entities. There's not a single, there's not even comparable. Now, this technology, as sophisticated as it is definitely not coming from some neighbors, in the sense that maybe they are the one operating that. They are contracted, but do you think that I think some neighbors here in let's just say what neighbor in Brooklyn is the one doing that to me? Like, is there money? Is there the like? Of course, it's obvious governmental entities running this program. Now, with that being said, we are then surrounded by people who are perps, right? That's when we start thinking, oh, the neighbors are doing. Those are perps and contracted civilians by these governmental entities. And they go through this handbook of ways to torment you, even using this technology, but then try to break you down. And they want you to believe that they're the one like in charge.